Right now, it's probably somewhere between midnight and a time that legally shouldn't exist. And instead of sleeping, you're conducting an unsanctioned meeting with every embarrassing memory you've ever had. Which is odd because during the day you can accidentally send an email to the wrong person and go, whatever. But at 2 a.m., your brain suddenly decides this is evidence that you're fundamentally unemployable and destined to die alone in a parking lot. Which raises an important question. Why does your brain become a part-time supervillain after midnight? Well, the bad news is, you're taking life advice from an exhausted organ running on low battery mode. During the day, your brain has supervision. Prefrontal cortex is clocked in, wearing its little office badge saying things like, "Let's think this through." But late at night, that guy goes home, and the emotional part of your brain gets handed the company laptop. And unfortunately, that guy thinks a text message ending with a period is an active threat to your survival. This is because your brain evolved to deal with immediate dangers like tigers, not existential crises caused by remembering something weird you said in 8th grade while trying to fall asleep. So your emotional brain starts connecting dots that don't exist. You forgot to reply to someone, therefore they hate you. Which means all your friends secretly tolerate you, which means you'll eventually isolate yourself and become one of those people who reviews kitchen appliances for emotional support. And somehow this all started because somebody left you on red. The first thing you need to understand is that overthinking feels productive but usually isn't. Your brain mistakes repetition for progress. Thinking about the same problem 50 times feels like work, but that's just emotional cardio. You're sweating without actually going anywhere. So here's the 2-minute fix. First, ask yourself a very boring question. Would daytime me agree with this thought? Because nighttime you is not a genius uncovering forbidden knowledge. Nighttime you is daytime you with 3% battery and access to the controls. Second, not every thought deserves an audience. And finally, remember this. You don't have to solve your entire life before falling asleep. You don't need to figure out your career, your relationships, your purpose, and whether that awkward interaction from 4 years ago permanently altered the course of human history. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is admit that an exhausted brain is not a reliable narrator. Morning won't magically fix everything, but it usually reveals that most of your midnight catastrophes were just ordinary problems wearing dramatic lighting. So if your brain tries convincing you tonight that your life is over, maybe don't listen. Go to sleep. The universe can wait until business hours.